Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I am so glad that you are here. Make sure that you like and subscribe and you hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. So today's video, I am going to show you how I do my makeup for work. I have kind of a different routine for the work week and what I would wear to work and then what I do on the weekends. Sometimes on the weekends I'll do my eyes all up with like designs and I might put falsies on, and I go a little bit more out there on the weekend, but I don't have time for that through the work week. So I'm just going to show you my routine. It's pretty simple. I would say it's probably good for people over 40 because I am over 40. And I do have, if you can tell, I have hooded eyes a little bit. So if you don't have hooded eyes, the eyeshadow might not work for you. But I always start with my eyes, and that's because I am messy. And if I started with my foundation, did my eyes, I would have eyeshadow everywhere. So I start with my eyes, and I always start with my eyebrows. Most people end with their eyebrows. I start with it. And today I'm gonna use this. I've been liking this a lot. I think I got this in an Ipsy. This is It Brow Power, and I like it. It's got the spoolie on one end, and it's just like a normal brow pencil, and it does say this is in universal taupe because I'm lightheaded, or I'm not lightheaded. I have light hair and light eyebrows. Lightheaded. Okay. So first thing I like to do, and I have my mirror here, so if I'm looking kind of down, I kind of like to get my eyebrows where I want them first. I don't spend a lot of time on it. And a lot of us people over 40 grew up or were adults in the 90s when skinny little brows were a trend. So you might not have a lot of brows to work with. Luckily, my mom never let me do that. So yeah. And the trend right now is like really feathered brows, and I hate them. Hate them. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it here so you know what I'm talking about. But I just like to a little bit of color, because again, blonde eyebrows, can't see them. And I just like to fill them in a little bit. And then I like to go through with the spoolie. And just do that a little bit just to tame them. I need them waxed, but yeah, haven't done that. On the weekend, I might do more. They might be more like block style, but for work, I just want simple, easy. And then sometimes I might lock it down with a clear eyebrow gel. I'm not doing that today. My next step is to prime my eyelids. You can buy eyelid primer, but I find that concealer just works the same. So I just pick a concealer. This concealer is a little too dark for me, so I use it to prime my eyelids. Just put a little dab here and a dab here. You can use your fingers if you want. I actually have a concealer brush, and this is by the brand Bo Gorgeous. I don't know. I think it's not in English. I think it might be in French. And priming that eyelid helps your eyeshadow to stay longer and look a little smoother. Because I have, especially in this eyelid, I have a little bit of texture. And it fights me. But it's not on this eyelid, only this one. And the palette that I'm using today is Stone Cold Fox. This is by ColourPop. I like this a lot. This is my everyday go-to palette. It is well loved, as you can see. This is like cool tones, which I need cool tones because I'm a very pale, I want to say lightheaded again. Light-haired person. I haven't had enough caffeine or something today. And I just like this. It's just very neutral, ready for work. I'm not doing crazy jewel toned eyes for school. Not doing that. I mean, maybe sometimes. The first thing I do, I find the right brush. I have a lot of brushes. Not the brush I wanted, but this is a Morphe M441. It's just a good like shading brush. So what I do, I find just a neutral light color. You kind of want close to your eyelid color as you can. I'm going to pick my beloved Stone Age. I like ColourPop. You can buy them at Ulta or online. They're like drugstore prices and it's really good quality. They do have like a little kick up, which is like the excess. So you want to make sure you tap your brush when you use ColourPop. But I like it. They're good quality for an affordable price. And then I just windshield wiper on this lid, making sure to blend. That's pretty good. You can see just a little hint of color. We'll do this eye. And when you have hooded eyes, you want to make sure you get up here above the crease. Like most makeup tutorials where they tell you to like go in the crease, if you do that with hooded eyes, you're never going to be able to see the eyeshadow. So you kind of have to go above, like closer to your brow bone. And then I'm going to take, this is my little packer brush, my little buddy, Morphe M433, just a little packer brush. And I'm going to pick a darker color to go, it's gonna go in the, to darken the corners, and I bring it up in the crease a little bit. Let's do, which one am I feeling today? Right here, Fickle Fate. And I just pack it into the corner. And then I just kind of bring it a little bit into the crease and a little bit above it. I'm gonna blend. I like to touch the edges to a little bit to soften them up so they're not so harsh. So see, I get it all over my face, but I clean it up with foundation and concealer. All right, so that, I'm gonna leave that for there. In the inside corner, sometimes I'll choose like a light neutral shade if I'm feeling a little whimsical, and I'm feeling a little whimsical today. I'm gonna put a little shimmer, little shimmer. So which little shimmer am I feeling? I guess I'm feeling the one I use a lot. It's called Nice Guy. And I like to put shimmers on with my finger for maximum effect. And then I just kind of tap it on here from like the pupil of my eye over. And I try to just keep that on the lid. Just a little bit of shimmer will do ya. I'm gonna go back in. Oh, I got the wrong kind. Ah! I'm doing this without my glasses, yo. And I don't wear contacts, so. Trying to stay where that pupil is and over, or this way, backwards to you. Blend, blend, blend. So it's just a very neutral eye. It'll come together once we get the foundation and stuff on. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is put my eyeliner on. This is my favorite eyeliner on the planet. This is the Pure, it's on point. I've bought this at Ulta. I usually get it on Amazon. It is so creamy. And it goes on very well. For work, I just do simple eyeliner on the upper. I know in the 90s we did it on the bottom. I don't really do it on the bottom anymore. I just do it on the top, and I don't do wings or anything like that. That's cat's eye and wings are all the style right now, but I'm not doing that for work. I do that on the weekend. And I usually, where my eyelashes start, you don't want it over here. You want it more where your eyelashes are. I try not to pull my eyelids, but sometimes you just have to. So that is what that looks like. I try to get as close to the eyelashes as I can. I'm not a good drawer and I'm not a very steady hand, so sometimes I'm like, I might have to fix it. Then we're gonna do this eye. I find it easier sometimes to go from the back to the front. Your technique might vary on your eyelid type. And again, I try really hard to stay within the confines of my eyelid because I don't want to do wings and all that fancy stuff. Not for school. All right, and then we put on some mascara. This is Benefit Bad Girl Bang. I like this a lot. Most of the time I don't curl my eyelashes for school, so I'm not doing that today. Might do that on the weekend, but not on a work day. Well, the camera shut off on me, but I got my mascara on, so you can see. We'll finish my eyes up once I do the rest of my face. Okay, now it is time for skin. My skin, I've done all my prep work. I use a lot of stuff. Toner, and I have all kinds of products. Sunscreen, yeah, moisturizer, the shebang. But to start my makeup routine, I start with a primer, and I change my primer up all the time, but today we are using the Pore Professional. This is Benefit, the Pore Professional Pore Primer. I do like this because I have some rather large pores through here that will absorb the foundation. So I do believe this is a silicone-based primer. So I like to tap it in, not necessarily rub it. Oh, forgot to wet my beauty sponge. Hold on. We have a wet beauty sponge. Okay. And this is, I like this foundation a lot. I've tried a lot of different foundations, and this is ColourPop Pretty Fresh. Again, you can buy this at Ulta, and I use the color Light 45W. I think I might need bifocals, guys. I just put a couple drops onto my hand. Most of the time for work right now lately, I've been using a tinted moisturizer, so that's not real heavy, but for you guys today, I'll put on the actual foundation. I tend to use more foundation on the weekends than I do through the school year. And I just put little dots. And I blend, making sure you want to get your ears and your jawline. Try not to mess up your eyeshadow, but you might. You can tell already. This is pretty full coverage, and it's like drugstore prices. So I really like this. It covers up all my redness. You can buy primers for like to cover up redness too. Put it on my lips so that I look like a ghost. And then I look and see if there's anywhere else I might need a little touch up. Like right there. And then if I have a little extra, go down your neck, because your neck and your face should match. But then like your chest should match. And then you end up covered in body paint. And okay, so now that I have my foundation, I'm going to do my concealer. And as a woman of a certain age, I need concealer that doesn't crease, because my under eyes crease. So I would not do, if you are a person of a certain age, what the beauty gurus do, and they put like the giant triangles down and they put foundation or concealer everywhere. I don't do that because it looks weird and it creases weird. So this is Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and this is in the shade 10 Neutral. It's fair. I just put a little dot here, a little dot here, and then if I'm dealing with some acne or something, I might put it elsewhere. But I don't cover my face and do the triangles, and you do you, but I don't want to do that for work. Then I use my concealer brush. You can also use your finger. The warmth of your finger helps to move the concealer a little bit too. But I like this brush a lot. And I just try to cover my dark circles as much as I can. I have like some ridge line Like it's sunken in from the bone, and I don't think all the concealer in the world can fix that. That seems like a plastic surgery fix, and I'm not doing that. You do you though. Okay. So that is our foundation and our concealer. I usually do this a lot faster. I don't want you to think that this is like a 45-minute routine, because it's usually not. It's much, much faster. But I'm going slow to talk you guys through some stuff, because ain't nobody got time 4 or 5 minutes in the morning to spend on their makeup. I mean, maybe you do. I'm not one of them. All right, my next step. Some people bake it. I don't bake my under eyes, which means putting like powder and letting it sit, because I will crease. Even with Creaseless Wonder, I will crease. So next thing I do is bronzer. This is Hoola. This is the Hoola bronzer, or it's by Benefit, Hoola Benefit. Probably the most popular bronzer on the planet. I'm gonna assume that. It's my favorite. I actually have a bronzer brush. This is a Morphe M405. I think most of us probably learned to do, especially those of us that grew up in the pre-internet days, learned to do our makeup from our mothers. And bronzer wasn't a thing. I don't ever remember that being a thing in my mom's makeup routine or contour. Now, what I don't do normally, I might on the weekend, but I'm not contouring and chiseling every single thing. I just want a little color, because you can see right now this foundation looks really flat. So I just want to bring like a little life to my face. So, and I just go up my cheekbone a little bit, making sure that I'm blending. I'll do the other side. You can tell how much I love this. But if you do buy this, the mini, I've had the mini probably 2 years, and I use this every day. And it's lasted me that long. So just to give your face a little warmth and color. And I'd like to put it up here at my hairline too. And then a little bit on the jawline, just to maybe make my jaw look a little thinner. There's a lot of tricks you can do with makeup to chisel, and I don't chisel my nose. I like my nose. Some people, they call it snatched. And just blend it again on your cheekbone. And I try to make sure to stay like on it or under it. And that's where sometimes I would stop. Sometimes I wear blush, sometimes I don't. Today I thought, why not? Let's do blush today. And this blush, I think I got it in Ipsy. It is by Ace Beauty, and it's peachy. I like a peachy blush for work. Sometimes I might do like a more, like a brown almost. I don't usually do like a lot of pinks and stuff, but just a little bit. And on the apples of your cheeks, pull it forward, because you kind of want to blend it with the bronzer. Wish my voice would come back, but it's kind of been gone since school started. Okay, do this side. And if it's too pigmented for you, you can blend it out with like regular setting powder, or eventually it'll settle. Okay, and now I'm gonna finish off my eyes. This is a tiny little brush. This is a Morphe M508. And then I'm going to dip it into the colors that I just did. So I did Fickle Fate. And I'm just gonna underput it like on my, as close to my waterline as I can get. Usually my eyeballs don't like that. So on your lash line. And take that to like the pupil. and I just kind of extend that up a little bit. I think it lifts my eyes up. And then you can take the first color that you did, I think I used Stone Age, and go from the pupil to the corner. And that's my eyes. Sometimes people will put, like they'll take a shimmer and they'll put it in the corner of their eyes, but since I already used shimmer here, I don't do that. If I would have used just completely mattes, I might have put some shimmer in my eye, and I might, if I'm feeling whimsical, I might put some shimmer underneath, but I feel like I got a little enough shimmer right there. And my next step, we have to set this bad boy because my makeup does not last forever. So I'm trying different setting powders. My go-to is Beauty Bakery's flower setting powder, but I'm out and my local Sephora doesn't have it, so I have to order it online. So I'm waiting until I put in a big order. So I got this e.l.f. HD powder. I think Tati recommended it, so I wanted to try it. I think I got it at Target. Ooh, I just made a mess. Setting your foundation, setting your makeup, it's gonna make it stay, and I think it's gonna give it a nice soft look too. That's why I like it. And this is just a big, this is a Perfect 10 MOTD brush. And I just like to sit it. Keep knocking my eyebrows out of place. And then I might let that sit for a minute or two. I'm gonna put on my lipstick. I just want a very neutral lip, I mean for work. Sometimes I rock it out with like a deep plummy purple or something, or some bright red, but most of the time I'm pretty neutral. This is old. I've had this forever. This is an Ulta lipstick. It's so old I can't even tell you what color it is, but it's just a neutral. I don't use lip liner, any of that stuff through the week. I also generally don't use highlighter. I don't want to glow to the gods at school. Maybe you do, I don't know. And then my last step is I set it. This is the NYX Matte Finish Finny Matte Spray. What this does, it will lock my makeup into place. And it also takes it, like right now, it looks a little powdery. Once this sets, it'll make it look like skin, not skin, but it'll make it look nice and soft. And it won't look so powdery. And that's it. That is my makeup routine for work. Now I gotta go do something with my hair. That's a whole different ballgame. But thanks for watching. Drop it below. Hope you enjoyed my little mini tutorial. All right, bye guys. See you on the next one.